Welcome to the long-awaited Pink Floyd album retrospective video part 2. This is actually a fan-requested video. Someone mentioned to me that I had not covered these two albums, so here we go. Pink Floyd, A Momentary Lapse of Reason, was originally released in 1987. You have songs like On the Turning Away, Learning to Fly, Terminal Frost, Dogs of War, A New Machine. This is a great album. I don't have this version of the album with this symbols on it. I believe this was a remaster put out in 1994. And I have the original CD release, which I just picked up about 3 months ago. And I just got around to listening to this album in all its great quality, CD quality, that is. My favorite tracks off the album are the ones I mentioned. The instrumentals are very good and 80s sounding, but that works for the band on this album. Some people don't like the sound, but I think it's a brilliant album and a must own for any Pink Floyd fan. The original CD release sounds just fine to me. Here's the remastered version of the CD. These symbols remind me of something off of Fifth Element. Some of the symbols that were on the Stones. Pink Floyd's Division Bell, released in 1994. We have songs like Marooned and High Hopes. Those are my favorite songs off the album. This is recorded at Brightiana Studios, as well as Gilmour's houseboat named Astoria. There are pictures of the boat on the internet. It's a beautiful wooden boat, I believe, and it's a houseboat. That seems like a really neat idea. But anyways, Momentary Lapse of Reason, there are two different versions of the cover. The cassette version of the album cover are stone versions of these metalheads, and these metalheads sit somewhere in Europe. I think they're like out in a park or something. I'll come up with the information and put that in annotations. I believe it was information that actually came from a fan, so I'll have to look that up. But nonetheless, great album. It's not one of my favorites. I don't own it in any official format, but I do have it in MP3 format. And yes, I'm going to leave in all the file ups in here because I've recorded a few takes. This is David Gilmour in 1975 playing live. But onto the real reason why I made this video. This is Dark Side of the Moon Immersion box set. This box set includes a book full of photos and stuff that was made at the time of the album's release. You have artwork as well. This is, I think, a 6-disc release. You get coasters here, a scarf. This is a remastering of the album 2011. Comes with live audio as well as footage from the screen that was I guess up at some of the tours. From what I've heard, this album sounds really good remastered. There's one track that was put out, I guess the money track that was put out on YouTube, but very interesting box set. You get coasters here as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. Also a mock-up ticket to one of the shows. But this is one set I will be getting for sure. You're going to get a 5.1 mix of the album, a 2003 Super Audio CD. You're going to get a quad mix of the album, and I think that's presented in surround sound, since it's kind of hard to set up a quad mix, quad setup these days. I'm sure some people do it though. Wish You Were Here Immersion box set. This is going to have pretty much the same thing as the Dark Side of the Moon box set, only this has 5 discs. You get a scarf as well, coaster, photos from the studio sessions, as well as the making of the cover. There is a video with the making of the cover, a little bit of the pig going up in the air and stuff. Funny story goes along with that pig, and I do talk about that in the album perspective of Pink Floyd Part 1. You also get a ticket here, all the artwork that was included with the vinyl edition, including additional artwork. You'll get the stereo mix of this album, 5.1 mix, quad mix, live songs off of Wish You Were Here that was played at Wembley Stadium in 1974. And there's also the live audio from 1974 included on the Dark Side of the Moon. The live audio on the Dark Side of the Moon includes the entire album played live, so that's really cool. And it's really neat that they included audio from that era, from the 1970s, Pink Floyd back when they were in their prime. There is also a Wall Immersion box set coming out next year, I believe in February. That's what's on the EMI website. hopefully they put out an immersion box set for the Animals album. That was a really good album. There's a lot of great live audio footage as well as some live footage out there. But thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one. Feel free to ask questions.